Step This Way, steps in, they're all set. They're off, 1 3/4 ahead of them. Red Wine, the old boy jumped a little awkwardly from the stalls. Possible early pace to come from Step This Way in the red jacket, and Eton Fable in the cheek pieces. Both like to get on with things, and it's Eton Fable who leads. From Step This Way, Hawk Mountain adopts a prominent position. White Cap is a close third, being tracked by Silk Hall in the emerald green jacket. Mr. Rosser, the darker green silks. And then towards the left of the cluster, Buddhist Monk. Hendersyde, yellow sleeves and cap, racing quite keenly. And Red Wine himself is a little free at the back of the field under Declan Cannon. Red Wine, the horse with the noseband. So meandering their way through the first 3 furlongs or so, and Eton Fable and Andrea Azzini lead up to Greg Fairley, red jacket, aboard Step This Way, now disputing second with Hawk Mountain, Frankie Dettori. Their one and only turn they swing now. Mr. Ross is in 4th place, a half length up on Silk Hall, in turn tracked through by Buddhist Monk and Hendersyde, and a couple of lengths to Red Wine. Field just stretching out a little now as they face the final 10 furlongs of the race and move down towards the Rowley Mile. And it's Eton Fable who leads them out into the centre of the course, spearheading the field to Step This Way, Hawk Mountain. Silk Hall on the near side, and far side the white face of Mr. Rosser going quite keenly under Travis Block. Hendersyde is held up. Adam Kirby got a tight hold of his head alongside Buddhist Monk, who's in the grey jacket, and Red Wine is still just last. So Eton Fable by a couple of lengths now, approaching the halfway point. To Step This Way. Hawk Mountain next. Silk Hall is close up with Mr. Rosser. Followed through by Buddhist Monk. Hendersyde, the Kempton winner, are still weighted with. And Red Wine, chasing a 10th success on the level on his 71st appearance on the flat, still last of the field. Moving now to the final 5.5 furlongs. Eton Fable has made just about all. It's still being tracked through by Step This Way. Far side Mr. Rosser, Hawk Mountain, a couple of lengths off the pace. Buddhist Monk weighted with on the right, just angling out now Hendersyde. Red Wine close up on the far side. They're well grouped as they move for the last half mile. Eton Fable is stacking them up. Step This Way. First one to just niggle along a bit, perhaps on the outside Travis Block on Mr. Rosser, though Frankie sits lower in the saddle on Hawk Mountain as well, passing the 3 and down towards the bushes. Eton Fable tackled on the near side by Silk Hall and Hendersyde. Step This Way, red jacket is still fighting on quite grimly. Buddhist Monk looking for a way through behind him. Hawk Mountain struggling to go with them, so too Mr. Rosser. No show from Red Wine. Downhill now for the last furlong and a half. Hendersyde nearest the fence goes to the front from Silk Hall. Step This Way, Eton Fable and Buddhist Monk. Hendersyde just shifting out into the centre of the track. Now hits rising ground a furlong out. Step This Way in second. Buddhist Monk moving into third as Silk Hall weakens. Hendersyde continues to drift across the track. Step This Way is staying on very bravely, less than a length between them. Hendersyde finding a little more close home, and Hendersyde draws away to win. From Step This Way, Buddhist Monk. Hawk Mountain stayed on again to finish 4th. Mr. Rosser was next.
First, number 3. Second, number 5. Third, number 1. And the 4th horse, number 6.